Gracie Bon is one of the most remarkable figures to emerge from Latin America into the global spotlight, a woman whose story embodies resilience, confidence, and the courage to challenge the world's rigid beauty standards. Born and raised in Panama, she grew up in a society where, like many others around the globe, ideals of beauty were often narrowly defined. From her earliest years, she was aware of how media and culture celebrated thinness while sidelining curvier women. Instead of letting this silence her, Gracie used it as fuel to embrace who she was and to inspire others to do the same. Today, her name is synonymous with body positivity, fashion, and empowerment. Yet her journey to get there reveals just how much determination and authenticity can change not only a life, but also an entire cultural narrative. Her rise began through the power of social media. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok became spaces where she could showcase herself exactly as she wanted to be seen. In a world where traditional fashion agencies often closed doors to women who didn't fit into sample size clothing, Gracie created her own runway by sharing photos and videos of herself confidently embracing her body. She wore clothing that plus size women were often discouraged from wearing: figure hugging dresses, swimsuits, bold colors, and daring styles. Instead of hiding, she celebrated her curves, and this unapologetic self expression began to resonate with women all over the world. For many, she became a mirror of their own unspoken desires to live freely, to dress boldly, and to love themselves without conditions. What set Gracie Bon apart was not just her beauty, but her relatability. She wasn't projecting perfection, but rather authenticity. She shared her struggles with body image, the harsh criticism she faced, and the ongoing process of building confidence. This honesty created a deep bond with her audience. Her followers felt not only entertained, but also represented. In her posts, they saw permission to exist fully, to stop waiting until they were thinner or more accepted to live their lives. Her message was clear. Happiness and confidence are not reserved for a certain body size, but are available to anyone willing to embrace themselves. As her online influence grew, brands began to notice. Fashion companies, particularly those seeking to break into the plus size market, saw in Gracie a perfect ambassador. She had both the charisma and the loyal audience that many traditional celebrities lacked. Collaborations followed, ranging from fashion lines to beauty products. Yet for Gracie, these partnerships were about more than just business. They were part of her mission to normalize inclusivity in fashion. She wanted women to see clothes that were made for them, modeled by someone who looked like them, and styled in a way that celebrated rather than concealed their bodies. With every campaign she joined, she chipped away at the long-standing wall of exclusivity in the fashion world. Beyond modeling, Gracie became a cultural figure. Her name began to appear in conversations about body positivity, self-love, and modern femininity. She gave a voice to women who had long been ignored in mainstream media. She addressed the psychological toll that unrealistic beauty standards could take, emphasizing the importance of mental health alongside physical confidence. Her approach combined glamour with substance, making her both an influencer and an advocate. By showing not only her polished photos, but also her real thoughts and experiences, she built credibility and trust with her audience, something that has made her influence long-lasting. Of course, being in the public eye came with challenges. The internet is notorious for negativity, and as a plus-size woman, Gracie often found herself targeted by online trolls and harsh critics. Many tried to shame her for her appearance, but instead of retreating, she confronted these moments with resilience. She reminded her audience that other people's opinions should never define their worth. Her ability to rise above negativity only strengthened her influence, proving that true confidence is not about never facing criticism, but about refusing to be controlled by it. Her Panamanian heritage also plays an important role in her story. Coming from Latin America, where cultural ideals of beauty have historically leaned towards certain body shapes, Gracie broke barriers not only for plus-size women, but also for Latin women who sought greater representation on global platforms. She became a source of pride, showing that Panama and Latin America could contribute voices to the global conversation on fashion and inclusivity. In doing so, she gave young women in her region a role model who looked like them and came from a place they could recognize. Today, Gracie Bond's influence stretches far beyond her photo shoots. She has become a lifestyle figure, encouraging her followers to embrace joy, confidence, and freedom in every area of their lives. Her message reaches women who are mothers, students, professionals, and dreamers, showing them that self love is not a destination but an ongoing journey. By sharing her life so openly, she has built a community that celebrates diversity, authenticity, and the courage to stand out. Her story is also a reminder of the shifting power dynamics in media and fashion, where once only gatekeepers decided who was beautiful enough to be seen. Social media has given rise to figures like Gracie, who have built careers on authenticity and community. She represents a new era in which influence is not dictated solely by glossy magazines or high fashion runways, but by the people themselves who choose to follow, engage, and be inspired by someone they trust. Looking ahead, Gracie Bond shows no sign of slowing down. With her growing platform, she continues to partner with brands, advocate for body inclusivity, and inspire a new generation of women. Her legacy is already being written in the lives of the countless followers who credit her with helping them see their own worth. She is not simply a model or influencer. She is a cultural shift in motion, a reminder that beauty belongs to everyone and that confidence is the most powerful accessory one can ever wear. Gracie Bond's journey from Panama to global recognition is a story of defiance against narrow beauty standards and a celebration of diversity. She has proven that when someone embraces themselves fully, they not only change their own life, but also open doors for others. In her, millions see hope, empowerment, and the reminder that true beauty lies in confidence, authenticity, and the courage to stand unapologetically in one's own skin.